Hello, and welcome to A Fan Reads The Star Wars Vault. In this episode, play it again, John. The music of the Star Wars movies has often been called the crown jewel of the saga. As early as 1977, after John Williams had conducted the London Symphony Orchestra for the recording of the Star Wars score and march, Lucas said that the music was the only part of the film that exceeded his expectations. Among the most recognized themes in the world, the signature Star Wars main theme has opened each chapter in the saga, segueing flawlessly into the opening shot, whether it's a Star Destroyer thundering overhead, a probe droid jettisoned over Hoth, or an epic battle fought in Coruscant's upper atmosphere. The first pressing of the original Star Wars soundtrack record sold through completely in its first week of release. Of course, 20th Century Records, a relatively new label, initially pressed only 10,000 copies of the soundtrack, just enough to fill pre-release orders. When the movie opened, attitudes quickly changed. Hollywood's Tower Records sold its entire inventory of 100 records the first day, turning away 700 customers empty-handed. The score immediately boosted interest in classical music, and some of those who couldn't get their hands on a Star Wars soundtrack found some satisfaction listening to classic symphonies by composers such as Tchaikovsky and Wagner. Williams had been inspired by Wagner's use of the leitmotif, which introduced specific themes for characters, revisiting them several times throughout the score. Musician Miko Monardo, whose Star Wars and Other Galactic Funk disco album topped the charts by October 1977, was one of those initially unable to get the soundtrack. Having seen Star Wars several times since its opening day, he decided to smuggle a tape recorder into one of the showings so he could study the score back in his studio. Mixing the disco rhythms of the day with a slew of homespun futuristic sound effects, his Star Wars disco single was born. Star Wars was soon crowned king of both the classical and pop charts. The success of both the soundtrack and its disco spin-off established a trend that continued through the release of the Revenge of the Sith soundtrack. Rather than disco though, Sith spawned a techno cover single. The saga has inspired just about every type of musical cover imaginable, from Hawaiian ukulele to lounge music to rap. Like the denizens of the Star Wars universe, the music the saga inspires can be diverse, exotic, and often bizarre. That's it for now. Thank you for watching A Fan Reads The Star Wars Vault.